Everyone has been talking about the new San Andreas Mercenary DLC coming out June 13th, and the new jet that's coming along with it, as well as an assortment of other vehicles. But one vehicle in the trailer got my attention: the Mammoth Thruster. It can be seen inside the Avenger and Rockstar's latest trailer for their new summer DLC, which got me totally hyped. The Avenger is by far my favorite vehicle in the game, my fortress in the sky. My only complaint is if you leave the Avenger in hover mode, then exit the vehicle cargo hold with a flying vehicle, like let's say with the Deluxo, there's no way to get back inside the Avenger. Once I thought it a great idea to do this, but ended up having to watch my fortress in the sky hover above me unmanned and with no way to get back to it, meaning at the moment it is not solo friendly. Now I don't know if that will be a new feature with the Thruster and the new update, but it would be very cool and quite convenient, especially for the money grinder like me. I'm also wondering if there will be any new modifications to the Thruster, like an adjustment on its missiles or other weaponry. Liveries, maybe? I can honestly say I've never seen a single player ever in a Thruster. I don't think most of us even pay much attention to it in the Warstock app at all, but seeing it inside the Avenger for the new DLC, I decided to buy it early and try it out. At the very least, get some practice with it before San Andreas Mercenary drops. The Mammoth Thruster, added as part of the Doomsday Heist, was inspired by the IRL Martin jetpack, which was under development for over 30 years. Glenn Neil Martin, who started working on the one-man ultralight aircraft in his garage in the 1980s, unveiled it in 2008, and the hope was to sell each unit for $250,000. In 2011, the Martin jetpack successfully completed a remotely controlled unmanned test flight to 5,000 feet above sea level and carried out a successful test of its ballistic parachute. Since then, the Martin jetpack became capable of carrying a pilot, and its later counterparts were going to be focused toward first responders. The Mammoth Thruster has a top speed of 127 miles per hour. The top speed is similar to the Buzzard, coming in slightly slower if you'd like to get an idea of how fast the Thruster will carry you across the map. It can be purchased for the full price of $2.5 million, or the trade price of $1.875 million. As of now, the Thruster has a missile capacity of 30, but if you spam the missiles too quickly, you will only get 16. The fire rate of the missiles are again similar to the Buzzard. It does offer miniguns, but miniguns are trash, we all know that. It has countermeasures and chaff, a JADO boost or vertical boost, which is nice and also fun. And one thing I noticed and really liked was the hover seems to hover, meaning unlike vehicles like helicopters, the Deluxo, even the Oppressor, the Thruster seems to hold its hover. I don't know how useful that is, but it's nice to not have to fight with your vehicle to stay in the air when you stop. It's hard to see enemies in third person when trying to find and lock onto them, but switching to first person helps and even gives you a little bit of a zoom. Also, the handling at first seemed terrible until I realized if you hold both bumpers on your controller, not sure what that is on PC, but on controller, holding both L1 and R1 at the same time seemed to smooth out the ride and give me more control with turning quickly and a smoother strafe. In fact, if you can get both bumpers, your left analog, and work the triggers simultaneously, you can have quite a smooth ride with a lot less back and forth sway. Just remember to use your bumpers. I also noticed that tipping it over one too many times caused it to get damaged very easily, so be careful with it on the ground. You can also be shot out of the sky by other players, as clearly there isn't a whole lot of protection, so you'll probably wouldn't want to cruise around a public lobby in this. But clearly Rockstar has us set to use the thruster in the DLC missions. But if you are brave enough to cruise around in a public lobby on the thruster strapped to your back, it will take 2 explosive rounds and only 1 missile to destroy it. However, there is a benefit to using the thruster in a public lobby. It's one of the only weaponized vehicles in the game that you can use in passive mode. Now, in the past, you had to own a facility in order to purchase the thruster. I'm not sure if that will be the case with the new DLC, as they are allowing players to purchase the Avenger without owning a facility. And as the picture shows, you can possibly store your thruster inside your Avenger, similar to how you can store your oppressor in your Terabyte. As of this moment, I am not sure, but it would be pretty cool if that were the case. At any rate, let's take a quick look at the liveries and the weapons. Should you buy it? I would. I did. Like I said, I want to be prepared on day 1 when the DLC drops. Would I buy this if not for the upcoming DLC? Probably not as a vehicle that would be useful for money making. I mean, you can use it for headhunter missions and other VIP work, but you aren't going to make a ton of money with it. As of what we know right now, for all I know, there could be a new money-making method or mission that involves a thruster in the new DLC, but I don't know. Now, would I buy it to hang out with my friends or my crew, to just explore the city, fart around? If you have the means, or if you're a collector, definitely. Let me know in the comments if you are excited about the new DLC and if you plan on getting the thruster before it drops to get your practice in. Does the word thruster make you uncomfortable? If you found this video helpful, hit that like button. And if you'd like to join our small but mighty community, make sure to subscribe. I stream GTA Online every weekend and would love to see you there. Peace.